Wow, I never see these dudes anymore. That's a tarantula, guys. Pretty darn small one. He's just a baby. Yeah. Look at him. He don't like being filmed. He's doing that sideways thing. I heard these things live like 15 years. Yeah. He's just moseying on. I'll let him be, but there's a tarantula. Well, that was pretty cool. I have not seen a tarantula in about 5 years, and that was here. I picked up a piece of tin, and it was under there, and it was about that size. But man, I remember when I was a kid in Oklahoma, we'd catch them as big as our fists. Them things get huge. And I was reading the other day, as I said, them things live a long, long life. But if he wants to live a longer life, he better keep heading that way, because I don't know how my dogs would handle a tarantula. Anyway, a couple of nights ago, and I've been living here, what, 11 years? Been in Arkansas 13 years, and I ain't never seen a Bigfoot. I've never seen Dog Man, well, except for me. I've never seen anything out of the ordinary other than a few strange things that happen inside my house. Don't know. And I've never really seen what I could prove or what I could say was a UFO. Had an incident in Oklahoma when I was young. We didn't know what it was. It was just a little red light that was following us in the car. But 2 nights ago, now before I go to bed, I'll step outside, make sure the dogs are good, make sure they ain't spilled their water, things like that. And I'll look, and if it's nice out, man, I'll look up at the sky, which I don't do a whole lot because it hurts my neck, you know. But I'm looking up, and I always, I want to see a UFO. I never really have. And what do I see? I see, and this is way beyond any airplane. I know the path of the airplanes here. And it was flat out boogieing, but not so fast. It was a comet. Now, it could have been a satellite. But I seen it going across, and it was trucking pretty good. Just way up there. I mean, way up there. Too far for any plane. And I'm thinking, man, it's very bright. Very, very bright. Just going in a straight line. And I'm thinking, that's probably a satellite. I don't know a whole lot about satellites and the way they travel and how they act. And then I seen a second one directly behind it. Then I'm like, okay, I don't think two satellites are going to be that close together. I mean, they were close. And then one separated and went off, shot off in another direction. And I mean, it boogied. So small, I don't think I could have I didn't have my phone with me, of course. That's how it usually works. But I still don't know what it was, so I've been coming out every night if it's clear, and I've been looking. So I think I'm going to come out tonight, because out where I live, especially like back here, oh man, I could see so clear the stars. But I watched Casper Sight the other night. Now, they have a thing people talk about called Project Bluebeam, and what that is some theory, okay? Some people are going to be in the comments, oh no, it's real. Well, nothing's real to me till I see it with my own peepers. Okay, I don't believe in all these conspiracy theories on half this stuff. But what this is about is, I guess, the government is conjuring up, the world government, the powers that be, somebody is conjuring up this situation to where they're going to make us believe that there is a massive invasion coming from outer space, where we will all have to bond together as one world and fight this alien force. Now, they don't even know if it's friendly or not. And I was watching Casper Sight, and what that's supposed to do is, create a one world government. You hear this stuff all your life, you know, things like that. Whether they're going to be true or not, I don't know. I don't. I'm very hard to convince of a lot of things. Until I see it, it don't exist. But I do believe that we are not I mean, you look at the sky out there, you know. Some might say, well, those are just our air holes in our jar. They might be. We don't know. But I would find it very unlikely we are the only life form in the entire universe, whatever, solar system. I would find that unlikely. There's no way. There has to be more than just us. And there's so much stuff on YouTube and the internet. Man, you don't know what to believe. I was watching Casper Sight. Now, this guy, I recommended him the other day in one of my videos. He follows paranormal, and then he's really gotten into UFOs and things lately. And if you hear that music, that's the Bluegrass Festival. But apparently there's some website that tracks comets and meteors, space junk. And it's one of these scientist guys has been watching it, and the government's been hiding what they've seen. Apparently there's it's like like sonar. It bounces off an object and comes back, and then it projects an image. Well, they've spotted in the last few days, I guess, this massive, massive, massive. I mean, it goes by and it just doesn't stop. It is so huge, they don't know what it is. Headed our way. So what if that happened, you know, for real? What if that really happened for real? I go, you better hope they're friendly, I guess, because if they have that kind of technology and there's something that massive coming towards us, there ain't much we can do if they want to take our planet. But I would think it would be some, you know, a species probably wanting to help us. I don't know. A lot of people say no, they would want some of our resources. Well, you can't tell me there's other planets. There's not other planets out there that are probably uninhabited that have more resources. So I don't think it would be that. Have they been here before? People say they have. It used to be commonplace. Some people will tell you it's written in the hieroglyphs. You know what I'm talking about, though. In the cave paintings and stuff, you know. What there would be a lot of mysteries on Earth solved if that really was the case. I mean, the pyramids, you know. They say we couldn't build that today. I beg to differ. We probably could. But you have to look at thousands of years ago. We don't know how advanced they were thousands of years ago. But if that was to really be the case and somebody was headed our way, here's the problem. Our species is too violent. The minute it got close, we would do everything in our power to fire upon it. I have no doubts. Unless there's prior intelligence that there has been contact made already and they know about this. It seems the last 4 or 5 years they've been releasing a lot of things that they're getting us used to seeing. You know, they want to get us used to seeing UFO videos and things like that to, you know, acclimatize us to I guess when it does happen, if it's going to happen. Would it surprise me? No, probably not. If it's somebody that advanced, there's probably not a lot we can do about it other than do what they want us to do. I'm sure our weapons are nothing compared to what they have. You know, there have been a lot of sightings over the years over the nuclear facilities. There have been incidents where they claim they have neutralized the nuclear weapons, where they've made them not working. So if any race, species was to come here, nukes would probably be the biggest threat they would have from us. Because conventional weapons that we have probably would do no good. I don't, I'm not going to live in fear over that. Something pulls over me right now. What am I going to do? There's not much you can do. People have said that when they do see something like that, they're not afraid. There's a feeling of peace comes over them. And then you hear stories where they're terrified and it's a horrible experience. The problem is this. If a real UFO was to be right over my head right now, and I was to film that, it wouldn't make headlines. It wouldn't be believed. People just wouldn't believe it. They would be claiming it was AI. I don't know what it would take for people to believe it if it would really happen. They're just going to have to land and probably go have a meeting in the White House or something. We've seen that movie. That didn't end well. And I have had a lot of dreams over the last couple of years. These are weird too, where, and it's a reoccurring. This is a very reoccurring dream. There's a few versions, but one version is just, I look up in the sky at night and I see like a battle going on up there. And I see explosions, and there's countless amounts of spacecraft, planes, whatever they are, but they are extremely high. And you don't hear anything. And I've had that dream many, many times. But then, this is probably from watching a movie or something. This one kills me. And I've had this dream a couple of times, and believe me, but it changes a little bit. So I don't know where I'm at. I'm somewhere, and I start seeing these gliders, this huge spaceship, and it's releasing all these little gliders, and they are the cheesiest looking little gliders you've ever seen, that have a bubble over it like an old fighter jet, World War I or World War II, has the bubble over it. And they land, and they're gliders. They don't have motors or anything. They just land wherever. And these beings get out, and they're about 7 foot tall with giant brown afros. Giant. And they start walking towards me. And I start to get worried, and I pick up one of those metal trash cans. I've got a few of those, the old tin metal trash cans with the lid. And I threw it at one of them. And it killed them. I'm like, damn, didn't they check things out before they came here? That's all it takes to get rid of them. So in the dream, we just picked up anything and we're throwing them at these things, and they go down. And then I wake up, man. So I don't know how it ends, but it didn't end well for them, I'm going to tell you. So keep some trash cans around, okay? Because if the Afro aliens come, they're no match for us. I think that's probably from watching too many movies. But it was hilarious, though. But I kind of woke up spooked because it was that real. It seemed that real. But I do see the ones where they're fighting in the air all the time. And there are people claiming that the galactic wars are going on right now. Only galactic war I hear going on is somebody picking on a banjo over there. When you got to hear that bluegrass music all night long, every song sounds the same. I don't mind bluegrass, but I couldn't sit there and listen to it all night. It's just not that kind. Beach what they had on the other day. They had some guy up there singing Marvin Gaye. This was before it even began. I guess one of them bands that just show up beforehand. People start getting here a month in advance. And they had trumpets and trombones and all that, and saxophones and all that. Worst singer I've ever heard, man. Well, y'all didn't like my dog video, so I figured this one might get your attention. Let me know what you think. Do you think the aliens are coming? Hey, man. They do. Do you hear that? Them birds think so. You think the aliens are coming? And if they are, what do they want? They want gold? They wouldn't come now. Gold's too high. They'll wait till it goes down. That's what I'm thinking. I was thinking of that today. Why didn't I buy gold 2 years ago? I was going to, but I didn't. It's too expensive to go buy now because I can't see it going up a whole lot more. That's another weird thing. Why do we value a rock so much? Yes, it has some amazing properties. You can use it in electronics. It doesn't tarnish. It's pretty, but it's still just a rock, man. And I did learn this when I did eBay all those years. When you list gold rings and things like that, which I worked at a pawn shop, so I did a whole lot of gold. Do you know where the majority of that goes? China. China is buying up all the gold. And what happened to opening up Fort Knox and checking that out? That got silenced, didn't it? I guess that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Happy trails.